Hey, this is Seth Green here, and I wanted to shoot this quick video to address when we send you an email that says who is your ideal patient, what the examples of those kinds of answers can be. So, for example, you can tell us, this is an ad for Dr. Ryan Crane, I believe, Texas Grins Family Dentistry. Obviously, this is an attempt at getting likes. This is one of those cheap like campaigns we referred to. Like our page if you hate going to the dentist, because obviously, why are we saying that? Because obviously we want people who have had negative experiences at the dentist, who have fears about going to the dentist, because they're going to come to you and have a totally different experience and not have to be afraid of the dentist anymore. But that's not the whole point of this conversation that we're having right now. So let's go look at the targeting. So for example, in this case, Ryan has 4 locations. So we've got location within 25 miles of Aledo, Fort Worth, Weatherford, and Willow Park. So obviously we've got to know where you are, and depending on how densely populated your area is, it might be within a 10-mile radius of your practice. It might be 25 miles. If you're in New York City, it might be a few blocks. So it just depends. Now, you'll notice we picked age. So in this case, this is pretty broad, but it's ages 25 to 60. I'm going to show you how to make that more targeted. But again, this is a cheap like campaign, so it can be broader. I went and picked income. So in this case, we went with anybody who makes $50,000 plus a year. So you'll see the categories 50 to 75, 75 to 100, 100 to 125, 125 plus. So you can pick location, you can pick age, you can pick income. In this case, his is a family practice. So we did parents who have kids in the house between the ages of 4 and 19. If you just wanted 4 to 12-year-olds, you could do that too. But in this case, it's between 4 and 19. And in this case, they're not connected to Texas Grins already. So these are in front of people who aren't his fans, but make over 50 grand a year, are 25 to 60, and are parents of kids between 4 and 19 years of age. So those are some generic, broad-based, hey, I want families with kids to come to my practice. Now you can also, let's go play with it. Let's go edit some targeting and give you other examples. While that's loading, I want to talk about things you can't do. So if you tell us I want people who don't have insurance, we have no way to see that. If you say I want people who are not jerks, I don't want pain in the ass clients, we have no way of seeing that. So I don't want pain in the ass clients either, and I want people who have lots of cash, but we can't necessarily search for that. So again, we can search by income, we can search by parents, we can search by married or single or divorced. If you care, we can see what college they went to, what their major was, what school. If you wanted a practice filled with Michigan State patients, you could only have Michigan State people. Work, I can tell what they do for a living, what type of industry they work in. I can tell who their employer is. If you wanted everybody at the local GM plant, well, if there are any GM plants left, you could advertise to those people. Financial, we showed you income. You can also do net worth. So I want someone who's worth $2 million. You can do that. The home type, are they a renter or an owner? Is it an apartment? Is it a single family? How much is the house worth? Home value. Household composition, who's in the house? Grandparents, kids, etc., etc. Ethnic affinity, if you care. If you want patients in a certain ethnic group, we can get you that. Parents, we can get you moms and dads versus moms. Politics, if you care how they vote, we can see their voting record. Life events, we can see stuff like they're in a long-distance relationship, they just got a new job, they are newly engaged, they are newlywed, they recently moved, they've got an upcoming birthday within 1 week. We can do all sorts of stuff like cool stuff like that. We can see what they're interested in. I can see where they give their charitable donations to. I can see what kind of car they drive. I can see what kind of stuff they buy. I can see where they go on their travel. When they're traveling, I can see all sorts of cool stuff. I can see, let's go check out, I can see affluent baby boomers. I can see the fact I can see that they are alcohol drinkers. Well, are they beer or liquor drinkers? I can see, I'm just grabbing stuff here. I can see what congressional district they're in. Again, it depends on how far down you want to go. I can see how old their kids are. We talked about that. I can see that they're pregnant. If you wanted moms. All right, I don't need to show you every single congressional district. Sorry about that. I can see all sorts of really cool stuff. So it's a question of what is their job role? Do I want corporate executives, financial professionals? I mean, you name it. So I can see that type of stuff. But what I can't see is they don't have insurance, or I can't see their mental mindset. If there is a purchase behavior that would lead us to conclude they had that mindset, then I can help you. So you got to think about that. Are they buying a certain type of book? Are they going out to eat at a certain type of restaurant? Are they subscribing to a certain type of magazine? So the person who reads a magazine put out by a conservative think tank is going to be vastly different than the person who reads Obama Monthly. I mean, there isn't a magazine called Obama Monthly, but you get the idea. So that's the type of stuff we can see. So that's what we're looking for when we say, who is your ideal patient? So hopefully that helps and makes our job easier, because we've had to go back and forth with a whole bunch of you explaining, I can't get you people who don't have insurance or who want to pay cash. I can't find you people who are low maintenance and easygoing. I can't find you people. So, and this is an example of what I can find. So hopefully that helps you answer those questions, and we look forward to getting those folks in the door for you. Thanks so much.